Welcome to my weekend in Geneva. In this video, I'm taking you on a journey through one of the most fascinating cities in Europe, filled with rich history, stunning landscapes, and also hidden gems. From the iconic Jet d'eau to the serene beauty of Lake Geneva, I will share not only the must-visit spots but also some fun facts about this charming Swiss city that you might not know. Did you know that Geneva is home to over 200 international organizations, including the UN, or that the city's stunning old town is where you can find the birthplace of one of the world's most famous philosophers, Jean-Jacques Rousseau? I will also be exploring some of the city's most charming neighborhoods, as well as tips on the best places to relax, eat, and enjoy the peaceful vibes of this picturesque city. So, whether you're planning a trip or just curious about Geneva's incredible history and destinations, stay tuned for some travel inspirations. And let's dive in it. Right now, I'm standing by the beautiful Lake Geneva, also known as Lac Léman. This iconic lake is not only a stunning sight, but it's also full of fascinating history and unique features. Did you know that Lake Geneva is one of the largest lakes in Europe, stretching across both Switzerland and France? It covers about 224 square kilometers and has a maximum depth of around 310 meters. The lake's crystal clear waters come from the Alps, and it's famous for its pristine environment, surrounded by vineyards, mountains, and charming towns. In fact, the wine-growing region on the slopes of the lake is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can even take a boat cruise across the lake to enjoy the breathtaking views and see towns like Montreux and Lausanne, which are perched beautifully along the shores at approximately 20 or 30 euros. And another fun fact, Lake Geneva has been a gathering place for many important events over the years. It's home to the renowned Jet d'eau, a massive water fountain that shoots up to 140 meters into the air. It's one of the tallest fountains in the world. Also, there is a flower clock, which is not only a work of art but also a symbol of Geneva's watchmaking heritage. This clock is made up of over 6,500 flowers and changes with the seasons, making it a delightful stop for nature and history lovers alike. For true local experience, make sure to explore the charming streets of Geneva's old town. Walking through its narrow cobblestone streets is like stepping back in time. Here you will find the Saint-Pierre Cathedral, where you can climb the tower for panoramic views of the city and lake. And don't forget to visit the place to Bourg des Fours, one of the oldest squares in the city, perfect for sipping coffee and people watching. And finally, if you are a fan of art and culture, the Museum of Art and History is another must-see, with its fascinating collections of artwork, archaeology, and applied arts. Geneva's vibrant cultural scene really shines through, and these places truly offer a unique glimpse into the city's rich history and tradition. So, getting around Geneva is easy with its efficient public transport system, including trams, buses, and boats. A single ticket costs around 3 francs for a 60-minute ride, and a day pass is 10 Swiss francs. For unlimited travel. If you are staying in a hotel, you will receive a Geneva pass that offers free access to some public transport, and also the boats on Lake Geneva are part of the public system too, giving you a stunning way to travel. In Geneva, coffee prices can vary depending on the location and type of coffee shop. A regular espresso costs around 3-4 Swiss francs. Geneva is not only stunning, but it's also home to world vast museums that cover everything from watchmaking to contemporary art. In this video, I will share some must-see museums along with tips on free spots to explore without spending extra money during your trip. Patek Philippe Museum, a must-visit for watch lovers. This museum is dedicated to the art of watchmaking, featuring antique timepieces, horological instruments, and works by the prestigious Patek Philippe brand. Patek Philippe was founded in 1839 by Antoni Patek, a Polish watchmaker, and his partner Franciszek Czapek in Geneva. However, the brand truly took off in 1845 when Patek teamed up with John Philippe, a French watchmaker who revolutionized the industry by introducing the keyless winding mechanism. This innovation allowed watches to be wound and set without a key, making timepieces more practical. In 1851, the brand officially became Patek Philippe. Combining their names, over the years, Patek Philippe became known for its meticulous craftsmanship and pioneering creations, such as the first perpetual calendar watch in 1925. Today, Patek Philippe is one of the most prestigious watchmakers in the world, known for producing limited, high-quality timepieces that are cherished by collections worldwide. Museum of Art and History, home to an impressive collection of fine art, archaeology, and applied arts, from ancient artifacts to modern masterpieces. This museum is perfect for culture seekers. There is also International Red Cross and Red Crescent Museum, and learn about the humanitarian work of the Red Cross around the world. This museum offers an immersive experience about global crises and the organization's efforts to aid those in need. Also, Museum d'Art Moderne et Contemporain, MAMCO, dedicated to modern and contemporary art, is housed in a former industrial building and showcases innovative art exhibitions. Free museums in Geneva, Museum of Art and History. It's free on the first Sunday of each month. Museum of Natural History, free entry. Patek Philippe Museum, free for children under 18. The Museum of Contemporary Art, free on certain days. You have to check their schedule. So the list of traditional dishes you must try in Geneva, it's fondue, also raclette, langole, filet de perche, rosti, malakoff, cardon de Genève, tartiflette, carac, meringue and double cream. These dishes represent Geneva's mix of Swiss and French culinary influences, perfect for food lovers exploring the city. Let me take you to one of the Geneva's hidden gems, to Jardin Botanique, or the Botanical Garden. This place isn't just a park, it's a living, breathing piece of history that's been around for over 200 years. Imagine stepping into a garden that first opened its gates back in 1817, originally located in Parc des Bastions. The garden moved to its current location by the beautiful Lake Geneva in 1904, and today it's one of the oldest botanical gardens in the world. As you wander through, you will realize that the garden is like a mini world all on its own, home to over 16,000 plant species, from delicate flowers to towering trees. You'll find plants from every corner of the globe. Some are even endangered. It's like walking through a global tour of nature, but it's more than just a beautiful collection of plants. The garden doubles as a living museum. It's a hub for plant conservation and botanical research, with one of the largest herbariums in the world, boasting around 6 million specimens. Can you imagine? And then there are the greenhouses, a whole tropical world inside, from humid rainforests to dry deserts. Each greenhouse offers a different climate, showcasing plants you wouldn't believe could exist in one space. But what I really love about the garden is how it offers a peaceful retreat right in the heart of the city, spread across 28 hectares. It's full of winding paths, trunk lakes, and also sculptures and spots to relax under shady trees. It's the perfect place to get away from the city rush. And for animal lovers, the garden even has its own little wildlife park with deer, flamingos, and peacocks. It's a perfect balance between nature's plants and creatures, making it an even more magical place to visit. So whether you're here for the stunning flowers, the peaceful vibes, or just quiet place to reflect the Jardin Botanique is definitely worth a visit. And trust me, I cleaned my lungs and enjoyed this peace. Geneva's history dates back to the Roman Empire when it was first settled as a strategic military post. But it wasn't until much later that the city began the rise to prominence. By the 16th century, Geneva had become a center of the Reformation thanks to the famous theologian John Calvin. Calvin's influence helped shape the city's strong Protestant identity and its renowned reputation for religious tolerance. Fast forward to the 19th century, and Geneva was already becoming a hub for international diplomacy. It's here in 1864 that the Red Cross was founded, making Geneva the birthplace of humanitarian aid and global peacekeeping efforts. And today, the city is home to numerous international organizations, including the United Nations, making it one of the world's key diplomatic cities. But Geneva isn't just about its political and historical importance, it's also a city of innovation and culture. It's here that some of the world's finest luxury watches have been crafted, making Geneva synonyms with precision and elegance. The famous Patek Philippe, Rolex, and many other prestigious watch brands call the city home. Geneva is known as a city of peace because of its long history of promoting peace and diplomacy. The Jet d'eau is the iconic water fountain on the lake stands as a symbol of the city's dynamic and peaceful energy. And in a city like this, even the public transport is eco-friendly with a network of trams, buses and boats that make getting around easy and sustainable. And here's a quirky tidbit for you. Did you know that Geneva has more parks and green spaces per capita than most other cities in Europe? The Jardin Botanique, Parc des Bastions and Parc Lagrange are just a few examples of the city's commitment to green living and natural beauty. So whether you're here to explore the old town, walk along the shores of Lake Geneva, or dive into the city's rich history of diplomacy and innovation, Geneva is a place that's sure to leave a lasting impression. It's a city that perfectly blends the past with the present and invites everyone to be part of its future. The city's evolution over centuries has been marked by a blend of traditional Swiss design and international influences, reflecting its status as a hub of diplomacy and innovation. Walking through the streets of Geneva is like stepping through time. Each building tells a unique story of the city's past, its cultural exchanges, and its connections to the wider world. Geneva's architecture is a true reflection of its historical evolution, shaped by various influences including Swiss, Italian, French, and even English styles. The city has absorbed elements from neighboring countries, blending them seamlessly into its own architectural identity. Neoclassical influence, one of the most dominant architectural styles in Geneva, influenced by the French Enlightenment and Roman architecture. Neoclassical buildings feature symmetry, columns, and elegant facades. A perfect example is the Place de Neuve, which was designed in the early 19th century to represent the city's refined status. The Théâtre de la Comédie features this classical style with clean lines and an emphasis on harmony and proportion. The proximity to Italy has had a strong influence on Geneva's architecture, especially during the Renaissance period. Many of the city's buildings, including those in the Courage district, exhibit elements of Italian Renaissance architecture, characterized by arcs, symmetry, and sense of balance. The Palazzo-style architecture, which mirrors the Grand Palace of Italy, can be found in the Patek Philippe Museum, and other important buildings showcasing intricate details and sophisticated elegance. Art Nouveau and Art Deco. At the turn of the 20th century, styles left their mark on Geneva's architecture. These styles, born out of the early modernist movements, embraced more organic shapes, curves, and innovative materials. Buildings from this period often feature floral patterns, decorative glasswork, and geometric designs seen in private residences, public buildings, and even the city medieval area. The Swiss tradition, while Geneva is a cosmopolitan city, Swiss architectural traditions are also firmly represented. The traditional Swiss chalet style with wooden facades, overhanging eaves, and rustic charm can still be seen in some areas of the city, particularly in the outskirts and near the Alpine regions. This style was adapted over time in urban buildings, as well, blending functional designs with a love for nature and simplicity. In recent decades, Geneva has embraced modern architecture, focusing on innovative design and sustainability. The city is home to numerous eco-friendly buildings and green spaces such as Centre International de Conférence Genève, showcasing sleek contemporary lines and eco-conscious construction. Modern Geneva architecture often incorporates glass, steel, and minimalist designs, with the aim of preserving the natural environment, value that is deeply ingrained in the city's culture. Gothic revival and religious structures. Geneva's religious architecture also stands out, particularly in the Saint-Pierre Cathedral, a magnificent example of Gothic revival style. With its intricate stonework and soaring spires, it's a testament to the city's religious significance and history. The influence of French Gothic can also be seen in the Church of Saint Gervais, which features tall arcs, pointed windows, and dramatic stone facades. Geneva's architectural landscape is a beautiful mosaic of the past and present, where traditional Swiss styles meet French elegance, Italian charm, and modern innovations. Whether you're admiring the grandiose neoclassical facades, strolling through Art Deco districts, or witnessing the rise of sustainable designs, the city offers a unique and varied architectural journey. Each building tells its own story, contributing to the vibrant, ever evolving identity of Geneva. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel, like and share your impressions of Geneva in the comments below. See you again in the next trips around Europe.